start recording.
Okay. How you doing, guys?
Doing good.
Good.
Welcome to our last hurrah, huh?
Yep.
So, storyboard. Anybody get a kick out of this class? It's a little intense. We've been just going real easy with shots and when to use them and things like that. But how do you guys feel about this class?
It's pretty
This
cool.
one was good.
Yeah.
It's pretty fun.
So today, being it's the last class, I'm gonna hit you guys with an opening first page, and I'm just gonna let you go at it, and then we'll discuss it when you guys are done. See how you did. It's not a test or anything. It's just the way you would see how you would start this movie. Okay, I'm gonna share a screen with you guys. Then we'll go from there. Hang on a second. Where are you? Here we go. Okay. You guys see that 478 up there?
Yeah.
Okay, take a minute to read it. Okay, take a couple of minutes to see it play out in your head. Okay, visually think about it as how you would, if you were the director of a movie and this is the first page of your script, how would you frame this?
You want us to answer, or did you want to think about it? Can you hear me?
A little. Not that good.
Probably just the fan. Hold on. How about now?
I can hear you. I can hear you, AJ. Did you say something before?
Yeah, I was asking, did you want us to answer that, or is it just something first?
Yeah, I want to know how you would picture it in your head. I want to hear everybody's comments on it, and then what I want you guys to do is lay it out so that we can see it visually. First, let's talk about it, and then we'll go to the visuals.
Okay. Okay. I probably show, like it says, in a second you watch a man and woman, so
AJ, you're going in and out.
Oh. I guess I have to stay close.
I hear you a little better.
All right. So I'm guessing since they're sitting on a park bench, you probably show the first shot of them sitting on the park bench, or maybe some kind of establishing shot if it's the start of the scene, right?
Mm-hmm. What other shots would you use? Remember, this is the beginning.
Close up on it.
What's that?
Probably close up on her hand. If he's probably another shot, if you're looking at her, probably show like an over the shoulder shot from her and looking at him to see how he's looking at her.
Good.
I'd probably do another shot to show her reaction to it, because it says
nice.
Tom. The way because what stands out is it says the way every woman wants to be looked at. So it'll probably show a reaction to how she's reacting to how he's looking at her.
Right. Good read. Good read. How about you, Oscar? How do you see it?
With the park bench thing, I'm thinking one thing I would do is show the back of their heads and the park bench, kind of like the
So
movie I
you're
saw.
starting from the rear. You're starting
Yeah.
from behind them?
Yeah, from the rear.
Nice. That's a nice take as well. I like that too.
And with the close up on their hand, yeah, I would just show it kind of like AJ said, with
Right.
just a close up of her hand on top of his.
That's a shot that you have to put in there because you got to show that ring, right,
Yeah.
guys?
My question would be, because of how it's written, would we show her going to cover his hand, or would she already be covering it?
Well, let's look on how it reads. It says close on her hand, covering his. So it's already there.
Okay.
Okay, so that's the shot that you're going to show that ring.
Okay.
Right? So it's already, we got to follow the script to the letter before we add and subtract anything. Okay, once we get everything down to the letter, then at that point we can request or maybe throw in a couple of extra shots that we might like and see if the director flies with it. If not, easy cuts, but to the letter, basically. Okay, Justin, how about you?
Probably kind of a shot seeing the park below and then them on the bench, and then probably then you would do the close on the hand with the wedding ring,
Mm-hmm.
and then first you would look at them and then close on the hand on the wedding with the wedding ring, and then
Do you have the shots that you would use in your head? Like, are you using an establishing shot like AJ to start
yes, and then kind of I don't know would it be called a close up just on them or what?
Well, that's up to you. Do you want to do an over the shoulder like AJ mentioned, or a close up just on each person, or a two shot on both of them?
I imagine it would be you would see both of them, and then you would
Two
see
shot.
the hand and then you'd close up on the hand with the ring, and
Okay.
then over the shoulder with both of them, seeing how both their faces are
Right.
looking
So
at each other.
you're seeing it. You're seeing it a lot like AJ. You guys are seeing it pretty similar in the same manner.
Yeah, one
Raphael?
idea.
Can Raphael hear me, you think?
Can you see me? Because can you see
Yep.
me the first place? Because I'm using my DSLR as my webcam.
There's a
Okay.
watermark on your webcam.
Oh
Yeah.
no, that sucks. I'm going to use the. I hope
Yeah, I
it's
can
not going
see
to.
Sparkosoft.com.
Yes.
I don't care, but it's
Let's
to
plug in.
Canon. So basically, what I would see is a guy that's I would say on a deserted bench, maybe in a remote area in a park.
Okay. A wide shot.
Yeah, maybe not that wide.
Like a medium wide shot.
Yeah, that's what I would say. And from the side, so 3/4 from the side, and then you see then the boy looking down to his finger. It says, "Oh," and then he becomes speechless
Okay.
when he notices the wedding ring,
Okay.
and then we can see disappointment on his face if he doesn't see any words.
What
And
shot?
then-
What shot is that? What shot is that?
Actually, a next shot, you can see then maybe a bit closer on his face. You can see someone. You can see the boy that's a bit disappointed to see the ring.
Right. Right. You got to think about the shots. Don't forget that you got to think about how you're going to shoot it. Remember, if you're directing this, you got to think about how you're shooting. Right now, you're storyboarding it, so you got to think about how you do it. And remember, you're going to try to put a mood in there. You know, this mood of love that's going on between these two people. So it's important that the shots kind of give you that, tell that tale to the audience, right? So how about you, Tay? You got anything different?
I was thinking like kind of a wide shot of people walking by, and then once they walk by, like the bench there.
Very nice. Nice way to start it. Good. I actually thought about the same thing in a different way, but go ahead.
And then like the close up on their hands, and maybe shows his face after.
Nice. Nice. Okay. Okay. So the close up we have to do. Any ideas on how to do the close up, guys? Are we just going to cut to it, or are we're gonna do anything different? Remember, we're trying to create mood here.
So I kind of like the idea from getting like that one of them had going with the back view.
Yes.
Because the only thing I would do differently is since we're doing it, I'd have to try to avoid breaking the 180 rule.
Right.
So it'd probably have to be like one of those benches that I would imagine it'd be one of those benches that doesn't have a back, so you can actually see their hand, or at least see it through the wooden planks. But I'll probably have.
You're saying. So you're saying you want to stay on that rear view.
Only even if only just for the first few shots. That way, instead of going straight from the back to the front, you could probably go straight to the back. And when he sees her, you go to the side of her, and then that kind of transfers over.
Well, you couldn't do that. That 180 rule is very important not to break.
Yeah, that's why it's so tricky.
So what you would probably do is go into your close up of that hand, and then come out of it on the front view, or cut to one of the characters before you cut to the front.
Yeah.
You'd have to put in a cut in there somewhere so that you can go to the other side.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like so, for instance, like you're sitting in back of them, but when you close up a little bit to see him turning his head towards her.
Yeah.
And then the next shot would be maybe being behind her with the over the shoulder shot to see him.
Yes. Yes.
No.
And you could be kind of 3/4 rear on her and see more of his face.
Right.
And that way you're not completely cutting all the way around to the front.
Right. Because then you could probably finish it off when you show the close up of her face reacting to his look.
Yeah, that would work. I like that too. I really like that coming from the rear. That's very it's kind of like a sneaky shot, but it also will give you that feeling of, kind of, spying on the couple. It's a cool shot to use. I'm not sure if it would fly, but I like the idea.
One way I think it would work really well is like if it was one of those scenes where like pretty much it's like, the end. So like, maybe there's like some atomic bomb blasting off into the distant background. And so you're just showing them like, spending their last moment. So that,
Right.
That don't make sense to stay behind them.
That's a good reason to use it. That's a great reason to use it. But right now we're not there. We're basically just doing a little love scene. And the important thing is how this reads. For a few seconds, we watch a man and a woman, both in their 20s, on a park bench. All right. So we got to spend a little time setting that up. Okay. Their names are Tom and Summer. Neither one says a word. So there's no dialogue. It's all about how we create this feeling in these shots. Right. So and then we go close on her hand to show that ring. So we got the rear view, which is nice. I like that. We have the establishing shots that both you mentioned, AJ, as well as you, Raphael. And who else? Tay also has an establishing shot, but wider, where you see people walking by. All of these are good. All of these are good, and all of them are different. Okay, so let's spend a couple of minutes. Roughing out this scene right here. And guys, do whatever you want. Just go with it. Go with your first thought, how you see it. Okay, because I'm sure everyone's gonna have something different. All right, let's take a few minutes to do that. And hang on, let me. Did you guys need me to leave that up?
Uh,
Should I
That would
have
be
left that up so you guys can write it down?
that would be
I
helpful.
took a picture of it. If you want, I put it in the chat.
Okay.
Or-
That doesn't work.
AJ, is it very smoky down there by you?
Oh my God. We could like, it's not even safe to be outside for extended periods of time right now because it's the air quality. Check on Google, the air quality out here is on the unhealthy level because of all the smoke from the fire.
Yep. Same by me. I'm sure do you too, all right, Oscar?
I'm not really sure. I don't go outside much.
Yeah, well, today's not
That's
the day.
awesome.
Today's not the day to start, let me tell you.
That's
Yeah, I know.
awesome.
It's really
heard
bad.
about a
Forest
fire,
fire
but
near me too, but probably not to the same degree.
You have
probably
one too?
not.
What the hell's going on? Everywhere you look, there's fires and
Well, it's
and
summer.
Global
and
warming.
they
yeah,
got a bad fire last year that lasted a month. I remember.
a lot of damage.
A lot of damage, and that one is not going to be fun either, I think.
Is it the
Yeah.
eternal flame from Thor? A month, dang.
I think there was 2 years ago, there was one that lasted like all summer, basically near me.
Jesus.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That sucked.
Yeah. A lot of people's houses burnt down from that one.
It's crazy.
That's horrible, man.
I had one maybe 6 years ago that was right behind my house. I was lucky to not, that it didn't cross over. And I have one house between me and that fire, and luckily it didn't cross over. But every year there's more fires. This year,
That's all.
yeah.
That is true. Especially here.
Yeah, well, California, boy, it's, yeah.
It's
Yeah,
Satan's toilet.
we could use a little rain right now to,
I think so. Yeah.
I second that.
Are you drawing on Storyboard Pro now, Blender? Or which software are you using to draw?
AJ, when we're done with class, will you give Raduca your email account, please, so that she can
Oh yeah,
touch
absolutely.
base with you? I had forgotten to reach out to her.
Sure, no problem. I get it to her.
Orlando, on Storyboard Pro, how can I make many small boxes for the storyboarding?
No, you basically continue the scene or add a new scene.
I add a new little picture, a little
Let me
square
show.
on the.
Are you working on Storyboard Pro?
I opened it right now. But I'm
All
going
right.
to. Okay.
All right. So
Make
this is Storyboard Pro.
That looks like Jack Black.
Yeah, I'm trying to get to. He's on my new show, and I'm trying to learn his face so I can.
You're working
animate
with
him a
Jack
little bit.
Black?
Yeah, Jack Black. Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. That is very
That is
nice.
He's like my
insane.
favorite actor.
Is he really?
Same.
Well,
He plays Poe in Kung Fu Panda. I love
he's
those
got a
movies.
show. He's got a show coming up.
My
Cool.
favorite actor's my favorite voice actor is Yuri Lowenthal.
Hmm. Okay, let me see. Hold on. New panel right here. So, new scene down here. I've just started on this 7. You see your layers down here?
Yeah,
You see that? Stay in vector.
a vector layer.
Okay.
Same vector.
Size. Right here, you have your camera, your transform layer, so that you can move things around. It's probably very similar to what you were working on. Does it look familiar to the program you were on before?
Like, look, I used to draw on Photoshop, and it looks similar.
Photoshop, yeah, we use Photoshop. Use Photoshop as well.
But for animating, it's pretty limited.
It's what?
It's pretty limited as a software. It's more as a graphical software. As an animating software, you can do some basic GIFs on it or GIFs on it, but it's not that advanced in that side, in that part.
Well, it's not a storyboard program. It's just a drawing program. Right up top here is where you have when you want to add a new sequence, right here. When you want to add a new scene, it's up here.
Yeah.
Okay. And here's for a new panel. Okay. This is the 3D part that I was telling you about that, I don't know if your computer, if you have enough RAM to handle, the 3D area. Because I know you love your little 3D. So
I remember that.
I know you like it. AJ can give you a better idea of what you need, because AJ, you was selling a computer recently too, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to sell mine.
A gaming computer. Did you get rid of it?
No, I'm using it right now.
Oh, you're working on it. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah,
How much?
I just sold mine. I'm working on my laptop today.
You sold it? Oh, nice.
AJ, how much?
How much? This one is I'm letting go for 3,000.
Yeah, I don't have that kind of money.
That's real.
It's an expense.
There's no payment plan for these computers, is it?
Yeah, this one's a workstation. It's a battle station. So it's like, the latest, this one was an i9 9900K processor. It's got 64 gigs RAM.
Yeah,
it's got a 1080 GTX 1080 Ti.
That's a personal build right there.
Yeah, it's
That's one thing all of you's got to start working on is on your workstation, so that you can take some of the more advanced classes that are going to be coming up.
Oh yeah, I was meaning to ask about drawing tablet recommendations.
Drawing tablets. What size do you like to work in?
Let me see. Well, the thing I'm working on right now is an 11-inch screen.
Are you comfortable there, or do you want a bigger?
That works well enough.
Yeah, I mean, the 12-inch is a good starter. I would recommend the Fujitsu or I mean, a lot of people work on the what is the name of that? It's
Pen?
called the Companion, I think. The
Okay.
Companion. Have you ever seen one of those?
No.
A lot of guys at the job have the Companion. Okay, it's I want to say Wacom. I think it's Wacom. The
Hmm.
Companion. It's about 13 inches.
You know what? The companion that might be Fujima. I know Wacom does have their own type. They have the Wacom Studio, the Cintiq Studio Pro. That's like where it's more like a laptop, but it's a tablet. It's a Cintiq.
What size
but
is
it
that
has-
one? What size is that one?
I think it's like 16 inches.
16 inches?
For actually, I think they have different sizes to it. 16, 22,
Yeah.
24 maybe. Well, I know there's one they have now. It's called the Cintiq One, I think, or Wacom One, where it's like you don't have to plug it into a wall, but you could plug it into
Yeah, that's the other thing. Yeah, that's the other thing because I think Oscar's working on an X Pen, which you plug into your computer.
Yeah,
But
the
if
XP
you
Pen.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
That-
got the X Pen. I have one of those myself. But if you want to have something that you can travel with and and use it to get online, I think that's the one AD was just talking about.
Yeah, that's actually the reason why I'm selling my computers, because I can so I can I'm gonna use that money to get something a little bit more mobile, a lot more mobile.
Yeah, you could use
Good luck.
it basically anywhere you go. You could work.
Yep. That way I don't have to carry a backpack full of sketchbooks and.
Yeah. Well, the
I have
tablet
one
I have
sketchbook.
is the Fujitsu, and it's also a Wacom tablet. So just try to get a Wacom tablet. I mean, I'm not too sure about the new Microsoft tablets. I'm not sure about their pen quality or their stylus quality. I'm not sure about those. I haven't worked on one of those. But Wacom is the way to go. It's a little bit pricier though.
The one I'm working on has a bunch of extra nibs and one extra pen.
Which one is that?
It's the XP Pen
The
22
XP Pen,
Pro.
yeah. That's an inexpensive way to go, Justin. If you want to go that way, just to start off, and I think those come in about 16 inches, right? Right, Oscar?
Yeah, about 16. Mine's about 18.
Oh, you got the bigger one. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
See, the 16, you can put it in a small little case and carry it, so long as you have something to plug it into, a computer somewhere to plug it into. Once you get the 18s and the 20s, those are for the house. Not that we can leave anywhere right now, but thank you for the future.
I never really went anywhere anyway, so this is kind of normal for me.
My
If it's
video
for
might
the
be
house,
just-
if it's for the house, right? Get the 20, right, or the 22.
Yeah,
Let me do something too while we're at
it
this.
also comes with more than just HDMI. You could plug it into other stuff too.
Hmm.
little trouble with the software
think,
right now, so I'm kind of like, how I'm gonna do this.
I don't know where I press on software because I end in somewhere. I don't know where it is. Oh, there we go.
My software hasn't worked for a week. Yes, on Wednesday I had to use paper.
So I'm thinking I would have a pan shot maybe of a big old park, right? And we would pan from here all the way to here, following these bikes go through until they basically pan off out here. They pan off right here, right into the edge of this last field. So this would be one continuous pan, and we could start wider. We could start much wider, and then start to truck in on these two people sitting on the bench. Okay. So we follow the bikes all the way across. We see people walking by, a couple of people just talking by the bench over here, maybe with a couple of kids. Right? The bikes keep going through. And then we start to tighten in. We keep the same shot, we keep tightening in. And these two are facing each other.
I don't know what I did, but I think I got lost in the software somehow. I pressed maybe somewhere with the pen because I'm not so used to using my phone as a graphical tablet.
Mm.
So I don't know where I am now.
In this wide shot, we could use a couple of foreground elements like a tree. Could be right here as he passes through, you know. Maybe some bushes. Right? Real rough, guys, just for ideas. And we continue to truck in on the same shot. This is all one continuous.
I finished mine.
Mm-hmm. Till we get to see their faces. At this point, I would probably cut into that over the shoulder shot that you guys are talking about. 3/4. 3/4 looking this way. Let's say this is the girl. And here's the guy. All right, trees back here, whatever. He would be on a be a little bit wider so we don't lose his head. And then in that same shot, we can see her reach down with her hand. His other hand should be here somewhere. Then we cut to that close-up where we see his hand. On his lap. And her hand come into play. Right? This would be the close-up. Right, from that point, let's go up here, and I would definitely go to the guy's reaction. Okay, and just on him. You know, it would be cool too if we actually trucked up to his reaction. I don't know if that would work. Obviously, this is too big. The hand, this would have to be tighter, and then we would have to widen out for the shot. The two. This would be one. That would be two. We could do that too. But we use the pan shot to show that it's a big park. There's people walking. You know, maybe we could have a guy walking here in the foreground, or I don't know, maybe fishing or something, right? Maybe fishing. With his kid, and his kid is here. Okay, do you see? See, that's what's in my head. You know, I'm just crazy sometimes. But yeah, I would start it wide on the park, follow that bike going across the park with a few elements in the foreground blocking it, until we get to until they pass the couple at the bench, right? And then we start to truck in slowly. Okay, because remember we gotta build a mood, so we don't want to do anything too quick. So we start to truck in on the couple, right? And then we go from that to her looking at him and starting to reach down towards his hand, which is on his lap. He's got one arm on the park bench and one arm on his lap, right? So this arm here would be on his lap right here, right? With his legs crossed. right? And he looks down right here. And right here, we finish it, so her hand would be on top of his. And then we'd see that ring. Probably be a giant rock right here. Something like that. And guess what? I got to flip this because that's the wrong hand, all right? I got to flip that because the ring goes on the left hand. Am I right? Actually, that is her left hand. I did it wrong. I put the thumb on the wrong side. Here you go. Here you go. That's the right hand.
The right hand or the left hand?
It goes on the left, right? The ring.
I don't know.
I think so. None of you guys are married? What's going on here? Too young to deal with it. All right, goes on the left hand.
Aren't you?
So the only time I'm really showing reaction shot is in this shot and this shot. Reaction of each one. You know, you can kind of get a good feel for it. The close-up kind of tells you the story. And right there, we could start that dialogue. That narrator starts to talk about the couple. Now we could change that first shot and go in so many directions. In my mind, I just saw it as a long pan so that we could see a lot of people having a good time in the park. And this couple is just sitting there, you know, enjoying their moment.
I think I know what
So,
movie this
anybody
is
done
from.
with theirs? Anybody done with theirs so I can see it?
Yeah, I finished mine a while ago.
Oh, great. That's okay. Let me stop sharing. You want to share yours?
I keep having to start over because my computer's crashing on me right now.
Okay. Is the first one a down shot?
Yes.
Ah, so you did a down shot to start over. Okay. I like the angle. I'm just wondering, with the camera, what you could probably do is start from the top and then start to work your way towards the front and then end up on that second one.
Yeah, that's something I was kind of thinking of, but then I'd already drawn the second one.
Yeah, because you got to drift in or something in that first shot. Because not only is it wide, you're shooting it from, you know, from a bird's view, so we don't know who you're looking at. So you'd have to kind of turn the camera towards the front so that we can see their faces, and then you can cut to that second shot.
I just got
And
a
then you went
notification
right to
for
the cut. You went right to the cut. See, what I did was I had her, in the two shot, I had her start to reach down so that you could see that she's about to do something and touch his hand. Okay?
getting emails.
Yeah. Yeah, the other two shots are reaction. Now, the other two shots that you used after the close-up, you have to, they can't be exactly the same, even if it's flopped. You got to go a little closer, a little further, something so it doesn't look too much of the same shot. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah, Justin? Good. How about you, Tay? You got something?
Yeah, but I don't know if it'll show very good because my window's right here.
Oh, your
Probably
window. Yeah,
reflected
I got the
glare.
window behind me. It always, yeah. That's why I'm always in the dark here.
I could try though.
Okay. Yeah. So okay. So you said you were gonna have some people walk by, right?
I think it's flipped though.
Yeah. No, that I like it. I would just start a little wider so that you could see. I like it though. I like it. Yeah, definitely. You got every shot in there. Good. I would just start a little wider in the first one, just to show the giant park or whatever. But that's it. You got them all. Good
Okay.
job, dude. And I like the fact that you guys are working very roughly and you're just putting down ideas. And later on, you can come in and do all your acting poses and things like that.
think I know what movie this is from.
Yeah. Do you?
500 Days of Summer.
Yes, sir. You watch a lot of movies?
I do, but I actually didn't watch this one. I watched a video about it.
Ah, good movie. Oscar, how about you?
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear what you guys were saying. My computer froze.
No, oh, you froze up. Oh, no, we were just showing what we had so far.
Oh, well, my computer froze and everything got erased.
Well, I think you were going to do something completely different, coming in from the rear, right?
Yeah.
You know, this is what's cool about storyboarding and directing, that your ideas are going to be your ideas. I mean, we could all talk about how we would do it, but each one of us sees it completely different in our heads. And so that's the great thing about, doing storyboards, that, basically you're blueprinting what people will see. It's a cool thing to be that big a part of a movie or a show. And so far, everybody's got a different take on it, which is great. So you guys like Jack Black, huh?
Yeah.
What's your favorite movie?
He's a pretty cool YouTuber.
Yeah, he's a little bit crazy. He's
Yeah.
crazier than his kid. His kid is kind of low key, and he's kind of quiet. But not his dad. His dad is crazy.
My favorite movie that he voiced was Kung Fu Panda.
Not the Mexican?
Huh?
I like the Mexican.
Kung
That's
Fu
the name of it?
Panda is the DreamWorks one where he plays the panda named Po, who becomes the dragon warrior.
Yeah. And he saves all of China.
That is an awesome movie.
He's a funny dude, man.
I'm jealous you actually get to work with him.
Yeah, we're just starting, so it's kind of like getting the hang of how to draw him and his, the way he act, because he's kind of, he's very physical with his acting,
Even when he was voicing the Kung Fu Panda, he would usually pose the way the character Po would actually move, so he could get a better idea of how
I'm
he
sure they
would
got a lot
sound.
of that off of him, because he's physically, he likes to do a lot of physical acting, and he does a lot of that squinting with the eye and the eyebrow thing. He's a little bit like The Rock, right? He does that eyebrow.
He's actually on a movie with The Rock. I did the.
That's right. Jumanji.
Yeah, I had to previous Jumanji, and like him and The Rock were promoting it. But,
That's right, Jumanji. I forgot he was in there. You're right.
yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna have to watch Jumanji to do some sketching.
I believe there are a total of 4 Jumanji movies, and he was in the last 2 of them.
Is that the last 2 is with The Rock and?
I think the last one had someone else to in place of Kevin Hart.
I haven't seen it.
I don't know. It was old guys this time. It was Danny Glover.
Oh my God, Danny Glover? Really?
Good.
Yeah.
Wow. Haven't seen him in anything since The Predator 2 or something like that.
Predator 2? How old is that?
I think there's a Predator 1 and Predator 2. The first one was with Schwarzenegger, and then Danny played a cop in the second one. It wasn't as good, but that's the last time I remember seeing him. He did that Lethal Weapon too, I think, right?
Oh yeah, the one with Jet Li in it.
Yeah,
That was the first Lethal Weapon I actually saw.
yeah, yeah. That might have come afterwards. Now that I think about it. So let me give you an idea of what it's expected of a storyboard artist. So I just gave you, that's not the whole opening page. I just gave you maybe a third of the opening page, right? And most storyboard artists would do a rough like we did today, and then do a short cleanup of that rough, right? And it would probably, you would probably do between, depending on the type of film you're working on, 3 to 5 pages per day. Okay. Now, if it's an action film, it drops down because action takes so many. There's so many poses.
Can you hear me now?
It's a lot of drawing when you got an action show or a movie, and that will take you a lot longer than just acting.
You want to see the frames I was drawing?
Go ahead, Raphael. I didn't hear.
The noise cancelling software did cut my voice again. So here we go. I went back to Photoshop because I didn't know what I did with the other one.
Yeah, well, you gotta.
I got lost, so I went back to
practice
Photoshop.
it.
So I got the first frame, and then as I said, I'm making some offset. You can see the two persons in the park with the path 3, and that's I try to draw a close up, but I don't think it's that well drawn.
So you want to start close and then widen out?
Yeah,
That's different.
then
And you're starting on your back too, right?
Going out.
You're starting on the back of their, like a silhouette?
And from the back, and then I'm trying to move around and then show them the
from the
characters
front.
then.
Okay, that's different. That's different.
And now I begin to get used.
I think you and Oscar saw it similar.
And now I begin to get used to draw that small screen.
Yeah, I know. You got something, Oscar?
Well, when my computer froze, everything got erased.
Oh,
So I'm trying to
that's the
restart.
other thing. That's the other thing, guys. Save your work every 5 to 10 minutes. Save, because when that happens and you got some really good artwork that just gets lost, oh, that hurts. It's not like paper where you can pick it up off the floor and redraw it or whatever. This is lost forever.
Procreate saves automatically.
Yeah, you got to put it on save every 10 minutes or whatever feels comfortable. But I save manually because it's happened to me a couple of times and I've lost a lot of work. Sometimes it doesn't save. I don't know why, but
Maybe other save, I don't not it because I used to use Premiere Pro, and then it said it saved it automatically, and then I went back. The half of my project was missing.
yeah, that's happened to us at the studio. Sometimes we think it's a server that sends it somewhere else or something, or the way you label it, but I've had that happen to me and that's not fun. You got to redo the whole thing all over again.
Depending on your operating system, it might save onto a temp folder or it might not, but that depends on the software, man.
Yeah,
some software they won't do it, so you're screwed.
Yeah, we spent half the day looking for it. We were like, okay, you saved it, it's got to be in the server. We spent half the day looking for it and we couldn't find it. It's a weird thing. That was a half day's work too, so that sucks. So yeah, save your work and hope that nothing like that happens.
What hand is a ring supposed to go on?
I would say the left.
All right.
But everything's different now in 2020, so you guys got to verify it.
I don't think California is happy now because the fire, COVID, and what's coming next.
Fires, COVID.
Our
Yeah,
president.
it's the perfect summer.
It's the perfect state to live right now.
This is like if you're a lazy guy and you just want to be home watching Netflix, this is the perfect life right now.
Right here.
Yeah,
Is that you, Oscar?
Yes.
I've got
Except
like,
instead of Netflix, I just draw.
Oh
There you
man,
go.
According to Google, the ring does go on the left hand.
there you
There you
go.
go.
All right. Thank you.
Oscar, that's good though, man. If you're drawing all day, you can't help but to get better.
Yeah. And if I'm not drawing, I'm doing the ton of schoolwork my teachers give me.
Yeah, I'm sure.
My teachers gotta chill. Like legit, I got 9 assignments due in like 4 hours.
Oh my God.
It better be some quick assignments. Oh,
You better get on that. Yeah.
They are not quick assignments. I finished some of the longer ones.
When are you done with school?
10 months.
10 months?
Oh, do you mean like completely or like for this grade?
For this semester, I guess.
For this semester? Oh, until probably December
still
or
in
something.
school in the US?
Then it's the end of the semester. The next semester, it ends at around June. I mean.
Mm.
Yeah, there is Raphael. I think it just started up recently.
Because in France we usually have holidays until September. We have 2 months of summer holidays. It's pretty long. So what the storm is picking up. I better cut the power from the solar panel. Hold on, lightning strike.
There's a storm where he lives?
Raphael has all kind of things he has to turn on and off. Raphael, what happened?
I'm turning off because if a lightning strike hits into the solar panel, I don't want it kills the whole system. So I cut the power from it. So if it gets hit by the lightning, it's only damaging the panels and not the charge controller, the battery, and the inverter. Yep, so now I'm trying to draw it from the top, but I think it's not a good idea.
I'm trying to think of something else to put for this.
Yeah, I mean, your first idea, just put it down and say, okay, cool. But then you start looking at it and you're like, you know what? I could think of something better. You know,
Yeah.
and you come up with another 2 or 3 ideas. But the opening scene, the opening shot is, for example, if you're pitching a show or a movie, the opening page, the first page, that's how you're going to catch somebody's attention. It's how you start. This is so important because if you don't pay any attention to the opening scene, you might lose the person you're pitching to right there. So it's very important to have not just the feeling of that scene, but the right shots. You got to have the right shots. You pitch it to a few people before you even, take that big move to a studio. But you want to get people's opinion of it. Other artists, even your family members, whoever you have handy that you could talk to. But this is a very important shot. How you open up a film is very important. Regardless of how you do it. If you do it traditional, like we've been taught to do, or if you do it untraditionally, like remember we talked about that too. A lot of movies nowadays start in the middle and then work their way back.
Like Deadpool.
Yeah, yeah, a lot of that seems to be a trend now with filmmakers, you know. I mean, I don't dislike it. If it's done right, I guess it could work.
Like
Lots of
Deadpool.
movies will put the characters in like weird situations and then narrate over like, so you're probably wondering how I got here.
Yeah.
uh, yeah, that's the cheap version of it.
Here, Orlando. Have you
Yeah.
ever seen the Deadpool movie?
Yeah, that's what I just thought of when when he said that. Yeah, Deadpool. I did. I liked it because he's a very comedic actor. You know,
Yeah.
he's very good with comedy, and you know, it's a nice twist to have comedy inside a superhero movie. It's you know,
And the,
it works. Definitely works.
I was
the
thinking of the
comic,
movie Megamind.
Yeah, it's true. It's been done a lot, actually. You see it a lot. You see it more often than not nowadays. You see it in shows and movies.
in the comics, Deadpool is actually literally insane. He's mentally insane.
He was pretty insane in the movie.
Yeah, I know, but he's like more mentally insane.
I like the shot on the bridge.
Yeah.
That shot
He
on
just jumps
Oh, yeah.
off and
where he does
Right
that
into the
swan
car.
dive into the. I love that shot. Thought that shot was excellent.
That was a perfect way to.
Yeah,
I like all the the ways that he like put in what is it Green Lantern into it.
Oh,
How he
yeah.
kind of made fun of all the other movies
yeah,
that he was in.
and then the second one he
Like he
actually
broke how he kept breaking the fourth wall.
yeah, yeah.
and then
So
the second
true.
movie he literally just shot himself writing the script for that movie.
Yeah, so good, Ryan Reynolds.
I think he was the voice of Pikachu in Detective
Pikachu, yeah, I was just about to say.
Well, there's nothing scheduled for those guys for this year, right? They're not shooting anything.
Yeah, probably not. Sucks. I kind of wanted a third Deadpool movie.
Yeah.
Well, they did kind of make one. It was like a little Christmas special, but it was PG-13.
No, the Christmas special was actually was actually just the second movie, but with some added scenes, with Deadpool and Ben Savage, I think.
Yeah, I think.
Thought it was
Or
just
what was the
censored.
name? Yes, it was,
Yeah.
but not completely.
Yeah, basically. It had to be PG-13.
Yeah,
No, it really
it's gotta
wasn't.
be at least PG-13.
I think I draw the the worst bike in the lifetime of the bike. If I show you, you're going to laugh and make fun of me. Wait, you're going to
Let
make
us see
fun
it. We want to make
bike.
fun of you.
If it was, so you're going to make fun of me.
Found it.
No, we're
Yeah.
not. Come on, let's see it.
That was a
Wait,
joke.
I'm sharing.
I'll make fun of you. I promise.
Where's Photoshop? There it is.
You gotta have fun with it, Raphael.
There it is.
Is that a baby?
Nah, it looks like a monster.
Are they holding a really big newspaper?
That's what I saw too. No, that's the bench, right, Raphael?
What?
That's the bench.
Yeah, in the background here, that's the
Yeah, that's
that's
the bench.
bike is riding by. But, I'm really awful at drawing.
You know what it is? It is when you draw in different colors, it helps too. If you did that bench in a blue or a red, we would know it's a bench and not a newspaper. me and Justin looked at it as a my first thought was a big newspaper.
That could be it. I'm more the guy that watches sitcoms rather than films. I like more comedy stuff.
Yeah. Well, you can make it comedy, right?
I'm watching right now Roseanne.
If you don't know what movie it's from, you can make it comedic. You know, maybe when she reaches down to touch his hand, you get a funny reaction from him.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I gotta make a reaction for her.
Yeah, you gotta, we gotta show, how do you show love? Deep love, right? And you need
Um,
reaction shots to do that. We're
I'm
not
not
gonna
really
do it.
sure. I
We're
don't
not
really
gonna do it with
watch.
just the hand touching, one hand touching the other.
I don't really
You know,
watch romantic stuff.
like
So I
if he
don't really
wasn't
know.
into it, we could actually have him pull his hand out, leaving her hand there by herself. If we wanted to change what was on that script, but we got to stay to the letters. So right now she's reaching for his hand and putting her hand over his, right? And then we go to the reaction. So they're both on the same page. They love each other. So that's what we got to stick with.
And I have a question. Why are the Simpsons yellow? Is that something special meaning?
Why
I
are the
thought they had some
Simpsons?
kind of
Why are they
hepatitis
yellow?
disease.
Yeah.
Well, because they'll catch people who are browsing through the channels.
Yeah, I think it's exactly that reason. They wanted to shock people with their, the first time they see it, they didn't want, it's almost like, well, you see the models. You wouldn't make those models in any other color, but maybe yellow, or you definitely couldn't go with flesh color.
Mm.
They look too weird,
Yeah, I think they look weirder with flesh color.
Yeah, they
I've
needed
seen
something
people
that
try
would
that.
pop. Yeah,
If
they
you
needed
were
something that would pop, and that's why they chose yellow. And look at it, it's 30 seasons on TV, those yellow characters.
if you were just flipping through the channels and suddenly you saw a bunch of like yellow on the
Weird,
screen, you'd be like,
yeah,
"What's going
weird
on here?"
characters.
That's actually how I saw The Simpsons as a little kid.
Yeah,
I thought that was
it
cool.
stopped you, right? You had to stop and look at it like, oh.
I was like, wait, why is this yellow drunk man beating his kid, strangling his kid?
Why you? Yeah, yeah. It's a great show, man. They had great writers working on it a while back. The writing nowadays is okay, but
It's
back in
not
the
that
early
great
days,
anymore.
it was crazy good.
And now you think it's not that great anymore.
In comparison to like the first, like not the first season. First season they were still trying to get their legs under them, but maybe season 3 through 7. Like one of my favorite shows is Deep Space Homer. Another one is Who Killed Mr. Burns.
Oh yeah.
That was a 2-part. That was a great that to me would have been a better movie than the movie that was done. It was definitely long enough, and you had to figure out who shot Burns. It had a great storyline. How about when Mr. Burns? What's the name of that one? I worked on that one. When Mr. Burns blocks out the sun. I don't remember the name of that show. Mr. Burns blocks out the sun so he can make more money. You guys didn't see
He's
that
a greedy old man.
Yes, he is. I love drawing him. He was my favorite character to draw.
I need to watch the show.
Yeah, check it out. I mean, if you go back to those seasons, you'll have more fun.
I think at one point I had seen every episode of it.
You've seen them all. You can tell the difference, right, guys? You can see the difference in the color.
Yeah, I haven't seen the later seasons though. I saw like up to season 15, I think, all of them.
Yeah.
I think my favorite episode was when the Halloween special where Homer went into 3D and then he went into live action.
Oh yeah, I worked on it. That was when Homer walked out of walked out in 3D and he went to the cake shop.
Yeah.
That one. Yeah. That was hell to do. You saw what his line was, right? He said, I don't know what I'm here, but I know this costs a lot of money.
Yeah.
It It was hilarious. I'm like, yeah, it's got to be short and sweet. But yeah, that was a good one. That's the one where he got caught up behind the wall,
Yeah.
Oh,
and he ended up coming back in 3D. For a while, we thought that was going to happen more often, but they didn't want to spend the money.
That makes sense.
or the hand. When you draw the hand, you need only to show the hand.
Longer
Or
I showing.
The hands for what?
when she's looking at the, or when he's looking at the hand.
Oh no! When she touches his hand, you
Yeah.
have to show.
You treat the animals?
You have to show her touching his hand and be able to see the ring on her finger.
Okay. So draw the hand in big with the other hand with a ring on
Yeah,
it.
it would be a close up on the hand, so it would look like this. It would look
That's what I
like
meant.
that, so that you could see the ring.
Okay.
Okay, for that loving moment.
My hands is looking like some sausages.
Luca, we gotta close it up, or
Well, how much longer? I have a class after, but
we pretty much covered everything. I know you. No, it's not much.
it's okay. I mean, but how much longer you think you're gonna go?
I just wanted to say goodbye to the fellas, and it was a lot of fun.
Sad that's over, actually.
Yeah, well, we could probably do it again, and move it up a notch and take this a little further.
That would be great.
Yeah, we can
That would be
do that.
great.
But
So,
I have a
Oscar
question.
and AJ, if you can give me your email so I can have some contact. And AJ, I wrote you a note that I know
Wait,
you can do 3D.
I'll put it in the chat right now so you can copy it.
Okay, thank you so much.
You say my email too?
Yes, because you also, you do 3D, right?
Huh?
You
No,
talking
I
to
don't
me
do
or
3D.
him?
Not Oscar, AJ.
Oh yeah. I do 3D.
You guys, if you wanted to join, if they do this class, you got to keep in touch with Raduca,
Yeah.
so that you can figure out.
Do you have my email?
I got it. I got it right now, right? I mean, Oscar, you wrote to me also, so I have it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah. And I appreciate any feedback. Some of you already gave a testimonial, so
Orlando,
Yeah,
could I show you the
let's
hand?
keep it going.
Yeah. Could I show the hand I drew? That's. I think it doesn't look that bad like the bicycle.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, yeah, that's okay. So you put her hand underneath his.
Yeah.
You have to do that in reverse.
Okay, I have to do.
She's touching his hand.
So I need to put the ring on the top.
Yeah, the ring on the top.
Okay.
It'd be easier to see too,
Yeah.
Raphael.
Put the ring on the. So it would be this one.
Yeah,
the
right
ring
there.
finger.
Her hand, and that would be exactly how it would look if she's on the left-hand side. At least in my board, she's on the left-hand side.
No, correct. There we go. I'm not the best drawer in the world, but I try my best.
Well, the only way to get that better is to keep
Just
doing
to
it.
practice.
Yeah, just keep practicing.
Mm. Yeah.
But right now you're drawing roughly, so it doesn't really matter. All of these are roughs, so it doesn't really matter. When you get to the cleaning stage, that's when it matters. That's when you want your line work to be, on point.
Mm.
Where you at, AJ? Did you get far on it?
Yeah, I pretty much finished it now since like Like I was having mad trouble earlier because
Yeah, because you keep
Computer.
changing your mind, right?
no, well, not only that. Well, I kind of had an idea what I was gonna do. It's just my computer kept crashing on me. I've been doing a lot of. I've been doing like yeah. I'm working on this commercial thing where I gotta do this water simulation.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
So it's really it's really
Yeah. No,
it's using up a
I
lot
actually
of
have
memory.
I actually have a 2D folder this thick on water. Dude.
Woo.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
man.
It's one of the toughest things to, it's
Yeah,
so
it's-
many drawings.
Yeah, in 3D, it's just as bad. It's like bad on a way where like it's making your computer. It's making my computer scream for agony, kind of
Right.
thing, you know? 'Cause
Yeah, it's a heavy
crazy.
load. Yeah, that's a heavy.
Oh yeah.
And you got a pretty good computer.
Oh yeah. I got a good computer, but even if you have good good hardware, sometimes it's sometimes the software that chugs.
Right.
So it's like it's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I can share my screen if you want to take a quick look.
Good.
Yeah,
Good.
do it.
I had to like kind of really zoom through this one to get it. Where's there we go. You see it? Yeah. So this is the first board. I had it to where like I just put them on a balcony.
Ah, that's different. Okay.
Yeah. So they're kind of like looking at the acres of land they have or whatever.
Yep.
So I did the close up of her hand on his, and I kind of had the ring shine in a little bit. So you can see it.
Yeah. I see it.
So it goes from here to where they look at each other.
Okay.
And from her, she kind of, this is her right here, the back of her head.
Yeah, I see
And
that.
she kind of sees his look, and then that's her reaction to it.
Yep. I'm still bothered by that third shot. I think you got to lose that third shot and go right into the over the shoulder.
Okay.
Because that jump cut, it doesn't feel right. Where they turn to each other.
Oh, okay, I see. Because from that third view, it's probably better if you go from here.
Well, just
here,
rearrange it. Just rearrange it. Go back out again so I can see it again. Yeah, just rearrange the third shot and the fourth shot, and then truck down to the hands. They could.
Okay.
She could look down, truck down to the hands, and then you go to the close up on him, and then her. You feel me?
Okay, so take out the fourth
No,
and fifth.
just rearrange 3 and 4 before the second, before you truck down to the hand.
Oh, okay, I see.
And then it works beautifully.
Okay, gotcha. That would work, yeah.
So yeah, basically it's in a rearrangement job. I don't think you need to lose any of the shots.
Okay, cool.
Looks nice, man. Good job. Clean too, by the way. This would be like a cleaner rough board.
Yeah.
This would be considered a much cleaner rough board. You saw what I did.
Yeah, I mean, I had to force myself to make it this clean, man. It's simple. Simple is
But
hard sometimes.
But you like to work clean? Is that how you like to work?
I just like to get the idea out. Like the finished product, of course, got to be clean. But until then, it's like getting the idea out.
Well, some people work like you, where they draw clean all the way through.
Yeah. See, I can see how in production you would need it to be clean because down the pipeline, all the people that has to see it and it has to make sense to everybody that has to use it. So
exactly,
that I think that's a good reason why I would want it to be clean. But like if it's for myself and I just need to get these ideas out before I put something on
you
paper
work some rougher. Yeah.
I would probably this is probably how I would do it.
Everybody does it. Everybody does it differently. If like I said, I worked with a guy who's now directing the Minions. Okay, the movie that was supposed to come out this summer. He used to work on Post-its this size.
Yep.
That's small. That's small.
That's smart though. That's smart because that kind of forces him to focus.
It's
It
unbelievable.
forces him to just
I
do
can't
the
draw that
prioritize.
size, though. Yeah, but not everybody can do that. And
Yeah.
so he would draw that, and it would look similar to what you just showed me. And he would present that to the producers and to the directors. And I'm telling you, his day was like a third of the time that I would spend drawing is how much time he would spend drawing, because it's a lot less pencil mileage on that size of a poster.
Hey, if he can make it work, man, they're saving them, saving them money.
Yeah,
saving them a lot of money.
He did. And let me tell you, he's been very successful doing that. It all depends on your strengths. If you can draw small, like Raphael over there, then you're in good shape.
Yeah, you gotta play your strengths.
Bigger canvas,
Gotta play your strengths, man.
Yeah.
That's a very good point.
Well, I guess I gotta leave you guys. It's getting late. So I gotta let you guys go. It's been a pleasure. Hopefully we can do this again. And we're gonna let you know when I'm free, And AJ, don't forget, okay, you already said
later today I'm gonna be over there because I'm gonna be